what's going on with everybody? This is your man here, Antonio, bringing to you another episode of Self-Mastery. This is going to be episode very important as always, but you know, every time I come out with these videos, what I'm going to do is make sure and help you master yourself and being the best person that you could possibly be in this lifetime. And a lot of it through trial and error, a lot of it that I've been through, that we all been through, but a lot of it that I've been through, and I can relate to certain things out there, and I want to share with you that you all benefit from it and become a better person in general. Now, let's jump right into it. This video, I want to talk about debates. Now, in this episode of Self-Master, we're going to talk about debates. And I think this is very critical because we all done it before. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter you're female, you're male. It does not matter. We all have done this before. Every last one of us, right? You know, all right, we get into these debates. Whether it's a friend, a foe, an associate, whatever the case may be, we've always got into this situation before, whether your friend or whoever talk about one topic, you don't agree with that topic, and then all of a sudden you come out with a topic and you say, no, I don't agree with you. You have to see it this way. And then he or she says the same thing. No, you're wrong. You got to see it my way. You got to see it this way and that way. People, every time you debate and get in a heated conversation like that, we already know, for one, it doesn't equal out of a positive aspect. Every time you get into a serious debate, whether who it is, 95% of the time, it ends in a train wreck. You all upset, mad about the situation. He or she that you arguing about is upset about the situation. And yeah, sometimes you may can go on and say, you know what, squash it. But every time you get into certain debates, all that does is raise your blood pressure. All that does is upset you. If it's in the morning time, that's not a good way to start your morning. It's not sustainable as far as having a good morning. And we all know we get into a debate every time we think about it. And like I said before, a little bit ago, 95% of the time, it ends in a train wreck. And we know this. So now it's on our mind in a negative way. But that's that. We all been there, done that, right? But I want to really talk to you right now on how and what I do when it comes to people want to get in debate. Again, it doesn't matter what it is. Listen, first let me tell you, anybody can argue anything. I can say right now the sky is blue. They may say, well, it's a little purple to it. You can argue anything. So let me lead off by saying this. If you don't have any type of proven facts, right stump down in the middle of your debate, then all you have is an opinion. And that goes for both of you who's debating. Let me give you a quick scenario. How many times that you got into a debate with somebody, and again, it doesn't matter what it is, and then you turn around and they say, oh, you know what? You're right. I totally agree with what you're saying. I apologize. I misunderstood what you were saying. You are 100% correct. You convinced me. We know that don't happen. It never ends well. So, and listen, I'm not trying to say that you got to get into something and you can't talk to nobody. No, let me tell you one of the principles that I do. For one, if I'm having a conversation with someone and they turn around and we get into, and I can see the way it's going. Listen, everybody can understand where a conversation goes pretty fast. If you get into a conversation, you wind up escalating, or she or him wind up escalating just to prove that they're right. Exit the conversation immediately. Let me give you another example. Let's just say you and your friend is talking. You say, man, you know what? The gym down the street by my house is the best gym that I've ever been to. And I think it's the best in the Chicagoland area, or the best in the city, right? Your friend said, oh, you haven't checked out Tom's gym over here? That's the best gym that you should go to. I believe that's the best gym in the city. You go, have you been to this gym I've been to? Man, they got some of everything in there. He or she go, man, I've been to that gym. That's not about nothing. Then it ends up that you know the owner, he's a cool person, that person know the other owner over there. It's not worth it. The minute you start seeing it go down that road, Back out. Own up to the situation. You know what? You're right. If you think that gym is good, great. Leave it at that. Not only you controlled the situation, but for 2, you didn't get all upset about it. 3, you didn't get your blood pressure is not all skyrocketed trying to prove a point. 4, that you left something on that person's mind just by exiting the conversation. You see, when we get into a heated conversation and try to prove ourselves right, at the end of the day, other opponent that's talking to you is not going to understand nothing you're saying because he or she is in the midst of trying to prove their point as well. You're never going to get to a point where he or she can understand your situation. So understand, if you start seeing a conversation take its turn where he or she really got to prove their point, say, you know what, you're right. I never been to that gym. I've heard about that gym. You never been to this gym over here, or you say you did. That's your opinion. I respect it. End the conversation. That's how you control a situation. Like I said before, we've all been there, get into a heated conversation, and at the end of it, we both had to say, what was that about? That was the most stupidest thing that we talked about and got heated over, trying to prove a point that is not even necessary. And could be both are still wrong. I'm talking about one gym around the house, right? Let's just say. The other person can talk about the gym around their house and it's the best in the city. And we haven't even probably tried a gym that's around in the other area somewhere out in the world or in the city that's actually the best gym. So understand, don't be that person. Don't stoop down to nobody else's level. Control the situation, own the situation, and move forward. That's it. You're gonna save a lot of friendships that way. You're gonna save heartache that way. And at the end of the day, you're just gonna become a better person, mastering yourself in general. My name is Antonio Norman. Please subscribe below as you see interesting stuff to talk about here in this self-mastery. And I can tell you right now, it's probably gonna be unlimited because it is so much that I have experienced that I want to share with you all when it comes to self-mastery and becoming a better person. All right? Don't forget to turn the notifications on so when I upload self-mastery every Monday, you can understand and get the alert so you can tune in and watch it. Other than that, have a blessed day, and I'll talk to everybody later. Peace.